Why does the gnat only come around when I'm recording? Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is a review of the Marvel Legends Sherik and the new retro Mr. Fantastic. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I've actually been waiting for this Fantastic Four Reed Richards for quite a while now, and the Sherik I got for a more interesting reason, which I'm going to go into that in a few minutes, because we're going to start off with the Sherik first, actually. Now, I don't really know or care that much about Sherik, to be honest, guys. I know she kind of is a Spider-Man related villain, but I actually don't really know that much about the character. The primary reason I got her is because there's some articulation and body sculpt reworks for like female action figures that are going to be implemented moving forward in the Marvel Legends line. Enough about that, let's go ahead and open her up. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have Sherik right out of the packaging. I gotta say, I do kind of like this design for this character, even though I don't really know a lot about her. Kind of just, you know, classic what looks to be spandex, which you guys know superheroes love their spandex. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be some type of symbiote related thing or whatnot, but she looks kind of cool. Now, in case any of you guys are curious, I actually bought this action figure because I was planning on making a custom black cat. If you guys can kind of catch on, I actually felt like this body would be perfect for a black cat action figure. So yeah, but I really do kind of like the design of this character. A very interesting hair sculpt. I don't really see a whole lot of female action figures that have this kind of unique hair sculpt, even though, as usual, in typical Marvel Legends fashion, it is hindering head articulation, but we're not really going to talk about that right now. I like how the belt is a separate piece from the action figure. What I really got her for was to talk about the articulation. Now, as many of you might know, they Hasbro has decided to start giving female action figures, look at that, double jointed arms. Like for years, hold up, for years, ladies and gentlemen, we've had to suffer with these single jointed arms, and this is the retro black cat that I'm planning on also using for my black cat custom. We've always had to deal with these single jointed arms and not get the best articulation or the best poses out of it, but no more. Now we have double jointed arms, and that's just gonna make getting these characters in poses like so much better. Now all I need to do is for them to somehow incorporate a ab crunch in there without making it look weird. I feel like that would be a little bit more harder than giving them double joints. But yeah, very good. Just the fact that they have this new feature just makes them so much better. And just to go into Sherik's articulation in further detail, starting from the head, as you guys can see, the hair does hinder head articulation quite a bit. Can't really look up that much, but whoa, she can look down a lot. That's probably the most I've ever seen a Marvel Legend look down. That is incredible. Also, like I said earlier with the arms, has a swivel in the upper arm, the double joint on the elbow there way past 90 degrees. It's great. The hands, you get a little hinge wrist joint in the hands, and I think that's the same with all her other hands, because she does come with some alternate hands. Of course, you got a ball joint in the torso part. He also has upper swivel on the leg, double jointed legs, which so mine's a little stiff, guys. I'm literally worried that if I keep pulling, it's going to, okay, it did it, guys. Sometimes I'm worried that they're gonna break if I pull too hard. Now, she doesn't have a lower swivel down at the lower part of the leg, which most of the time the female action figures don't have that, so we still got a ways to go when it comes to articulation like that. But she of course has the ankle pivot on the feet, so pretty decent articulation, and really hope they continue to do that moving forward. So I really like how they're starting to distribute articulation equally between the male and female action figures. You gotta love that equality, guys. You gotta love it. But other than Sherik's articulation, she does come with a couple of accessories. I'm not counting this giant armadillo torso, which actually looks kind of cool and makes me want to buy the rest of the figures in the wave. But when it comes to accessories, she does come with kind of your run-of-the-mill grip hands and punch hands, which I think is kind of odd considering the fact that she has no other accessories to grip. So don't really even know why they bothered giving her grip hands. I guess punch hands are always useful because being a superhero super villain, you always gotta punch somebody. So there's not really much to say, but I am glad to have this figure, even though I'm gonna end up using her for, oh, there's a fly in here, guys. I have to kill it real quick. But like I was saying, guys, even though I'm gonna be using this for a custom, it is still a good action figure to just have in hand, and give me a little glimpse into the future of the Marvel Legends line. But now, guys, it's time to get to my next and final figure of this review, my new Marvel Legends Retro Mr. Fantastic. I've really been excited for this Mr. Fantastic, primarily because this is the Mr. Fantastic that I was used to seeing watching the old TV show growing up, and because he comes with a scientist jacket. But I'm not gonna keep rambling. Let's go ahead and open them up. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, my new Mr. Fantastic out of the packaging. Now right off the bat here, ladies and gentlemen, can we just appreciate this scientist jacket? It just fits Dr. Reed Richards so well, him being a scientist and all. That was what actually sold me on getting this action figure, because I was already pretty pleased with the Mr. Fantastic that I already had, but seeing this scientist coat is just such a perfect accessory, and I just had to have it, man. But I really do like the old-fashioned dark blue and white outfit. If they had made these Fantastic Four action figures before the ones that I got, I probably would have ended up getting them, which from the look of this, I'm probably gonna end up getting a whole nother team of Fantastic Four. But yeah, guys, really like the way it looks on him a lot. Oh, well, I guess his arm popping off goes into the next thing. As you can see, his arms actually aren't too hard to take off, because you have to slip on his arms, which come with like stretchy fingers. That is one thing I always liked about the Mr. Fantastic action figures. It's not that hard to take his arms on and off so that you can put on, his other accessories. Now, as you can see, he comes with these super stretchy fingers, but don't worry, guys, because if you don't like him having these stretchy fingers all the time, you can just pop them off like so, and you can put on his normal hands. I can already see some people taking some like great photos with this Mr. Fantastic. Just a really great looking figure. Pretty much just a repaint of the other Mr. Fantastic, but you know. So when it comes to articulation, you're pretty much getting the same thing that you're getting if you have the previous Mr. Fantastic, but still like it all the same. And guys, what do you know? The scientist coat also fits the other Reed Richards if you have them, which makes sense because it's the same sculpt. I could just see me putting this lab coat on like a bunch of different action figures that maybe it would fit for like maybe characters like Professor Charles Xavier or pretty much any other type of scientist person. I mean, you could use it for like a Doctor Strange when he's actually doing a surgery. The possibilities are endless, guys. If anything, the real winner of this toy review is the lab coat accessory itself. And for a side-by-side comparison, this is my new retro Mr. Fantastic, beside the Walgreens exclusive Mr. Fantastic. Generally around the same height as I would expect them to be, and I gotta say, just looking at this Mr. Fantastic, I'm totally sold on the rest of the Fantastic Four wave. I'm definitely gonna be getting the rest of these guys. Here's a side-by-side comparison with the Walgreens exclusive Invisible Woman, and I think the heights are pretty well established. Marvel Lettuce always does a good job with height. And just for fun, here is all the figures next to your ever-loving blue-eyed thing. In the end, these are really two figures that are just phenomenal. As always, Marvel Lettuce, for the most part, does a pretty good job. But I gotta say, the winner of today's review would probably have to go to the Mr. Fantastic. And yeah, that's kind of favoritism, because I really like this color design and the fact that he comes with a lab coat, guys. But in conclusion, I'm really glad that I got both of these figures, and I'm really looking forward to collecting the rest of the Fantastic Four. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me, because you guys know I like to ramble. Comment down below, what do you think of these two action figures? If you have them, do you like them? Do you not like them? And be sure to follow me on my Instagram, as to stay updated whenever I have plans to upload a video, as well as see exclusive photos like of Mr. Fantastic and Sherik here that you will not see in my videos. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.